probably not able to core that. But if I transfer this occupation to William, what does he suddenly want to do? Probably doesn't want to core it. I guess I was wrong. Well, we can deal with you later on. William will just have to suckle up a bit of overextension. He'll be fine. I will take care of his revolts. Otherwise, this is Gertruda land. Jake, why didn't you make your clients black, white, red? I am disappointed. White is not an available colour. Or if it is, I wasn't aware of it. Otherwise, I would have gladly done that. That's the closest. I wanted to make William white, but that was the closest I could get it. Again, I could be wrong. I could be wrong about lots of things. Alright, so we're done with our friends here. We will try to integrate Trier, and then it's onwards with even more. Do we have any policies that gives us extra diplomats? It appears not. Let's have a look at this afterwards. Get dip rep, but no. Let's see, national unrest +8, but tech cost severely down. That is pretty amazing, but we don't need tech anymore. That is all quite lovely. And it's not like we are seeing a lot of unrest amongst our provinces. Nah, it's not worth it right now. I have no grand plans after all this. Dali's still wanting to join in that war, so he's clearly not fighting these rebels hard enough. White is an available... If white was an available colour. Red, white and blue, because America. This guy gets it. This guy really gets it. Alright, our troops are ready. Let's get them over to Chittagong. That's their capital. There's nothing I can really do about that, but it's not a province I'm very concerned about either. Maxed out on dip. Right, that really is telling me that I need to start integrating Trier. I don't want to spend all that. Could set up a postal service instead. Wow. Getting quite mad out there. If you can hear that, that's the rain splattering against my window. I love the rain. Yeah, we're at the home stretch, so I'm not exactly stressing out, squeezing out every last penny. Because that's what I normally do, right? Do client states get a claim on everything you give to them? Because that's pretty cool, if they do. You can tell how much I've played around with client states. Jeez, Dali, come on, man. Jake, you lost a whole 4 months of dip points. Shame on you. Like I said, could not care less if I tried. Like you could tell me about all this attrition I'm losing from my troops. Well, the days of me worrying about that are long gone. Come on, lads, it's just one province left to go. Hopefully Shetland won't be blown clean off the face of the earth. I've never been to the Shetlands. I went to Orkney. Met a guy who promised us a ton of salmon if we went to his house in the Shetlands. Oh, right, we're using Lucy's siege ability there. I need to make sure that I lead sieges from now on. Alright, all this land for Gertruda. She's going to have her work cut out for her. Oh, right, I forgot that... forgot about all these other guys involved in the war. They'll probably want out. But maybe we can get what we need here. Just pretty much all of this land. Easy peasy. A bit of aggressive expansion, but nobody who really cares. I think that all goes to the right people. Thank you for streaming. It's a rare opportunity / delight to be able to watch your great streams. Keep up the good work. Well, thank you for enjoying this kind of blobfest. This campaign is almost over. Granted, a few things could be tidied up, but who's really keeping score? Alright, there is no point in just waiting around. Let's just do it. Now, if any of these guys hold the land that we need, well, I don't really think it's even worth making them co-belligerents. Unfortunately, our vassals have to walk all the way home before doing a U-turn. They don't lose their exile black flags just for being in my or other vassal territories. Khmer, Lan Na, Wu, and Assam. Lan Na has one, don't they? Yeah. How about you, Wu? Yeah, you got the silk as well. And that's too far away for me to take, so we'll have to declare war on Chu whilst we're at it. Well, you know what? That works for me. Assam is one of your only friends, so we'll make him a co-belligerent just to make things a little easier. Otherwise... Abermach Frei. Or however it's said. Onwards. Khmer decided, nah, you're alright. Taking a while on those cores, but it's fine. Alright, finally Karaman are below the overextension limit. And I'm no longer quite so close to it. We'll just have to core one at a time overseas though. It's a shame, but that's what we gotta do. Dali Noble Rebels. But they're showing the William flag. I think that's just a bug with created flags. I mean, what's a Paradox game without bugs? Not a Paradox game, that's for sure. Jake, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you hate inland steering bonuses? Oh, immensely. They really like to suck out your trade. And since almost every German miner takes trade ideas, yeah, you can see why that would be a pain. Now, Gertruda straight away refusing to core any of these provinces. I'm sure she has her reasons. Ah, but she didn't get claims on all of them. There must be a reason. Malacca, you can eat those inner conflicts. Whilst we just rip through these provinces thanks to our siege ability. Nice. Even with defensive, we're ripping through it. Jake, take a look at Spa 1's earlier post. Might be interested for your sneaky strats. To Spa, huh? Where am I even looking? Jake, I think I found something very interesting yesterday. I had a siege in some province and I clicked full vassallation, saved the option, gave the sieges to my vassals and then pieced out with that option. That way I took the land and they took the overextension for the overextension? That doesn't sound right, but if you say so. You don't mean aggressive expansion, do you? But you take the aggressive expansion when you give it to your vassals. Well, another thing to play around with. Oops, a daisy. Oh boy, don't tell me my vassals are getting comfy here again, not wanting to go home. Well, they should remove exile status if they find themselves in land that I have occupied. So perhaps I should help them out with that. Nah, we've got land to take here. Chengdu. Allied with you and Jin, you've got to go as well. Yu has Canton, which I need. Still, Qin also has to go. Qin and Chu. Haishi, they are of little concern. Alright, we've got to go to war with you as well. Haishi and Yan. Well, Yan's all the way up there. They can... I don't care about them. Well, it was fun. Thanks for the stream. It's about 3, so I'm off now. Okay. Those of you that have stamina, you can kick around for the end of this, although it's pretty much a foregone conclusion. Just got to get these last provinces and call it a day. London will be one of them, though, but yeah, GB, shadow of their former selves. Get our boats back, though. It couldn't hurt to have a few more helping hands over there. Isn't it UA? It may well be UA, I don't know. Alright, so we actually put Gertruda quite close to the overextension limit, so hopefully she gets coring quite quickly. Otherwise we're going to be in a bit of trouble. First Caraman and now Gertruda. Is no one safe from Jake's lewd feeding fetish? Why has everything got to be a fetish? Okay, this I need to make sure of. Oh wow, being in occupied land does not lift exiled status. That's strange, because it will for you. Ah well. The more you learn. See, there we go. Nationalists in her glorious land. Nothing we can't take care of course. But it's all about the silk here. And since we have so much money, and I want to get this job done right and fast, thank you, template. I finally found a use for you. Oh, that's frustrating. We're going to have to take the long way round if we want the silk, because that's their capital. Not impossible, but it means dark times for Gertruda, bearing in mind we still need to plunge into Malacca for the rest of the land for her. Jake, can colonies get silk as a resource? No. Dyes, yes. Tropical wood, yes. Silk, no. And that is good news for us. Wow, Gertruda's such a great leader. In fact, they're all pretty good. Jake doesn't care about Gertruda's mind, only her body. Although I do care quite a lot about her body. That's not the only reason we keep her around. There we go. Oh, I had it, but I suppose one will be fine. One will suffice. Alright, that should finish off Gertrudan lands from Lana. Still gives us the opening that we need to get over to Korat, which is the other Indonesian silk province. Boom. Now, do we fight Malacca just yet? They have no friends. Yeah, why not? No brakes on this truck, besides they'd only join a coalition otherwise. Their capital is quite a bit away, however. Well, let's go for it anyway. Go for it anyway. Whilst taking the land up north. You call that a revolt? Fortunate thing about dealing with Karaman is it really shows you what is and is not a real revolt. Ah, Suez Canal is finished. Throughout history, attempts have been made to connect the Red Sea and the Mediterranean in some capacity, but none have succeeded on the level of Nagour's project. Where ships once needed to encircle a continent to travel between Europe and the Indian Ocean, the barrier of land that many captains have no doubt cursed for centuries has been chipped away by our ingenious engineers. None thought it would be possible for decades, but we dared not only to think it, but to do it. Beautiful. And it only cost us like 1,000 admin and diplomacy points. Plus 20% trade power for the Suez Canal, but only on the one side, and in a trade node that we don't care about. Well, it was a project and now it's done. I hope you feel as underwhelmed as I am. You meant aggressive expansion, Sapa 1. Okay. Still, that's that makes 2 aggressive expansion exploits for this this patch. Chiang Mai on the 12th. Alright, let's go and ruin his day. He's a 3-4 general. Let's bring in our 5. But let's not spend the mill points in charging over there. The real wonder is when you watch a ship travel through. Yeah, you mean the way that it doesn't use the canal. It is quite funny. Alright, we'll move our troops down over to Chin so they can't actually make their way back up north. Where's the silk? Give me the silk. The trouble is, if I give this land to William, he's not going to see any benefit from it. He won't be able to core it at all. So I should be careful of not giving William too much base tax. By the same point, I don't want to stop. I don't want to stop. We must make William connected. There was no other choice, it had to be done. The circle will be complete. Good job on the coring there, Gertruda. She's actually putting her back into it. Keeping herself just below the overextension limit. She always had a good head on her shoulders. Who else are we at war with? Chew. Sound effect for a kiss. Jake, did I miss France crushing? I was promised France crushing. France was forced to give all that land back to Trier. Of course, when we take in Trier, we're going to have to get rid of a few provinces here. Somebody suggested that Gors was not part of the... or was it Graz? No, all this German region is okay. We will need to get rid of Metz and Trent later on, but everything else is kosher. No silk here. Min is safe. I think it's Min. But only for now. Right, you're sieging that up, no problem, but we're a little short on troops down in Malacca. This isn't love, it's just lewdness and perversion. Just for you, Alicious. Too late in the game for me to care about minor things like missions. No, we've already got the achievement for Germany. The only thing I want left to do is to take all of Germany in my name. Maybe even convert it all. I seem to be having trouble converting that land, is Trier. So we get 14 dip points per month, but we're spending 5... yeah, we're spending 11 of it per month. So in a way, it's going to be even more when we get rid of our annexed subject. It's going to be 17 down per month. Oh well, that's fine. Jake, you need Canton. I'm aware I need Canton. I also need London. Whoa. Damn it, I lost Chibi. My ambitions were not grand enough. Oh, we're finally losing money. Tell you, part of that problem is that I never mothballed my heavies. Always mothball your heavies, folks. Well, unless you're actually fighting, in which case that's the very last thing you should be doing. Now, I only need one province off of Malacca, and since I've already taken their capital, they should be quite willing to surrender it before too long. But we'll take their expensive provinces just to jam up the war score a bit more. Yeah, I also need to form Hindustan, but that won't be a problem. In fact, it will be a problem, but it's a problem I'm going to try and work around. What time is it? 1:03. Well, who needs sleep? Alright, William, we'll finally get your land connected up. This cost me 3 stability and 3 war exhaustion. It better be worth it. There you go, William. You're nowhere near as big as Gertruda, but we're about to change that. Let's make history. Ottoman's obviously glad that we are moving away from them and decided to get out of the coalition. Now, Assam, thankfully, we took their Silk province off of them long ago. So we'll just take their tea for Lucy. Lucy does like a cup of tea. After a hard day's trucking. Which means we can give a lot more land for Lucy here. Now she needs to work her way north. Not that there's that much silk up there, but she needs to take her fair share of the overextension. We're kind of squeezing William along the middle here. But oh shoot. That's Dali's capital. Right, so that one has to go to William. So William's kind of snaking his way around. Gee, William's going to be pretty long, but not that thick. But Lucy needs to make sure she gets the north. These provinces I don't care all that much about, but it'll make a bigger Lucy name on the map. And in the end, isn't that what is important? Now, I can't peace out them just yet because we're still at war with Wu. And Wu have no less than 2 silk provinces we need, one of them being their capital. So we're going to have to surround it for William. William is going to be chewing on tons of overextension here. Thankfully, oh well, not so thankfully, he's not such a great administrator after all. Wouldn't catch him running City 17. Alright, that means we've a lot of unfinished business over in this direction. Assemble. Jake, why haven't you eaten Bahmanes or Bengal fully? I'm working on it, man. It's only one of me. Besides, they've been quite useful for ditching my overextension. Arrogant administrators. Bah. Finally, an extra merchant. Something I've been after for a long time. Not that I even know what to do with him. Stick him here to increase power. Sorry, increase the worth of goods. Seems good enough. Although not all of it ends up flowing towards me, a good chunk of it does. I'm sure there are many better ways that I could scout our traders, but this will have to do. Jake, did you fabricate a claim on London? I strongly remember doing that. Yeah, I even remember getting caught for it. Alright, come on guys, make a move. We need to take over Wu. Their fiery ships will not get in our way. Shu needs to fall as well. Friends with Yue and Jin. However, we should be alright just taking that. And I don't think... That's right, I don't ever think. Right, there is one silk province we need around there. Well, no sense pussyfooting about it. Onwards. It's not like we need peace for anything. All of this land fairly worthless. No point giving William any more overextension than he needs. Jake, Williams at minus stab. Will he core? I hope he does. I mean, he's not coring right now, but I have every faith in him. Alright, loads of troops here. We'll get ready for taking over our friends here. Did I make more troops than I need? No, I didn't. Alright, let's take the one province that we actually need off of Malacca, which is Korat. Oh no, we need that as well. And the trials and tribulations never end. They're not willing to give up anything just yet. Nah, they'll change their tune soon enough. Don't forget Hong Kong. Yeah, that's Canton. Unfortunately, that's their capital. So I may just annex these guys straight out. Oh, I'm at war with them. Well, are they big enough? Are they small enough, rather, to annex? 7 and 5 and 19 and 4. But is that all they have? UA. Damn UA. Alright, well, we'll give this province and this province to... Damn, I'm the one that has to take Macau. Oh well. And then we'll fight them a second time. Fight me RIRL. Now it's Chu. Are they the ones we fought here? Yeah, but we can pretty much carve right through them as long as we give out the right provinces. We're not at war with Shun. Starting to wish I'd given this province to Lucy instead, because Lucy's ambitions will pretty much stop short at Shu, whilst William's going to have to do all the heavy lifting around here. Unless, of course, I declare war on Shun. There is no reason. They have no silk at all. Oh, we'll just leave William with all this land to core. They'll be fine. He'll be fine. Mind that stability when you're a republic. Jake, I think you should kill Shun. What, so Lucy can do some heavy lifting? You do make a good point. Who are they allied with? Wu and Qi. Well, that works for me because I'm going to need to fight Wu for a second time to take the capital. So we'll fight them later on. Which means I can transfer this province over to Lucy. Alright, straight away he's getting his revolts. We'll worry about our little Indian friends later on. Is that racist? Well, I don't care.